If you see anybody out there lost, send them back in. There's a couple of school board.
Looks like you just started recording.
Make sure you thanks. We do not have to do it.
What do you think? 7:05?
It can happen. It can happen. Sam's in charge. Sam's in charge now. Pull up the flag.
Put it down for summer when it's over.
It's going to be a long time.
Speaking of which, before we go in, we're hoping some of the things we just talked about happen. And so if we do, we may call a special meeting so we don't wait till the end of August. So just be prepared. We'll keep it very short, boom, in and out, no meal.
Yeah, especially for the instructional positions. Those are the ones that are concerned. We want to have them approved prior to the August board meeting and stuff, so we have a special meeting.
I can't guarantee when. The 4 Thursdays are already taken. Tim, he's buying right dinner, I guess.
Anybody wants to go?
But at any rate, we'll see. I'm not another last day or two of the month of July and the first few days of August. But we'll figure it out. We got to see what we have. If that happens, we will call. Dave said I can start without, so I'm going to go ahead. We'll start with a moment of reflection. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very done. Nice job, Lisa. Nice job.
I hope we have a roll call, please.
Mr. Mahoney? Mr. Fortin? Dr. White?
Here.
Mr. Wilson?
Here.
Ms. Frank? Ms. Abel? Mr. Lindner?
Here.
Mr. Boyd?
Here.
Mr. Ring?
Here.
Mr. Gilbert?
Here.
Mr. Morgan?
Here. We have 8 attendants. We've got our quorum. I want to announce that we have an executive session prior to tonight's meeting to discuss personnel and also for a safety and security update. Let the minutes reflect that, please.
Make sure you just the safety and security report in the executive session. Okay, that has to be in the minutes.
Act 44, safety and security. And I don't think we have anything to amend and add, so there's a
Formal action of the superintendent.
okay.
Superintendent.
All right, so do we have a, somebody move that we're going to add that one item? So moved. A second. Wise second. All those in favor of adding that amendment? Aye. Opposed? Carries. Thank you. Meeting minutes. Would you like to move that?
Motion, wait. Morvay, second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Corrections? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Number 4, student accomplishments highlights. Exemplary students, fourth quarter. Listed there. Anything we need to?
I think Julie's just doing the same thing I used to do. She's publicly letting you know who that is so you can share with your home school districts. And again, come September, when we, September meeting, will be our exemplary dinner. We return to that this year. And so that will be a student that was an honor student and had perfect attendance all 4 quarters. So if you do happen to have a student there, you'd be asked to come and partake in dinner with their family and that student that evening in September. But we'll remind you about that. I think it's one of the highlights of the start of the school year or something like that.
And then we have senior awards ceremony.
It was a great evening. I really want to commend Fort LeBlanc for allowing us to come out to their school district to conduct our senior award ceremony. It was in 3 sessions, as I told you. Dennis, I think, attended. I thought it went very, very well. There was plenty of social distancing. You know when you get compliments from parents, and it happened in each 3 sessions, parents or grandparents, that things went very, very well. So we were pretty happy with what happened there. And we really believe, I already know I've got it scheduled before the month, that we'll be there next year and again. Thank you.
The reason to keep on supervising.
There is the one benefit, I guess.
There's more than one. Yes, the public comment. Anybody like to address the committee? Important items coming to ECTS. In addition, moving on to 7, operations. Under operations, we've got the business there. You've got the emergency instructional time, section 5.1, to approve curriculum, preliminary budget transfers. We have still the hybrid school calendar also on there. Preliminary budget transfers, the TRC agreement.
This agreement with the IU.
Very good. And also part of this is the fireproofing of the wood roof deck that we talked about. The emergency spending there. So if everybody's good with that, your motion for I to approve all these sections. Wise, and second for Boyd, yes?
Sam,
Yes.
I would like to point out in the budget, the preliminary budget transfer, culinary, I wanted to inform you that culinary went over budget by over $74,000. And apparently, historically, they always do go over budget. I'm not sure why. They're still at $35,000, but they spend usually like $55,000 every year. So I just wanted you to be aware that with inflation and now they use their usual vendors, so they use this color, and so their expenses are a little higher. They do have $69,000 in their enterprise account, so I don't know if, do I just go through the budget transfers and find money to allocate it there, and whatever's left is use their enterprise money to cover it? I just want to make sure that everybody is aware of.
Joe says that's how he handled it.
Okay.
Through the budget, we'll see what we can transfer, and then in their enterprise account, we'll take from their enterprise account to cover the rest of their bills.
And for the 22-23 school year, when I do budget, I'll just make sure I'll increase it, because $35,000 hasn't been funding for the past 2 years. So, this is what we can do there.
Thank a lot, Coach. Went to open house.
Although we have a motion second, any other discussion? Thank you for pointing that out. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries. So now we're on 8, new financial items. Got the business manager report. Would you like to give us anything more?
So I'll read the balances first. The general fund balances as of May 31st, 2022 are $3,114,329.27. Capital projects funds is $14,370,458.81. Student activities fund is $18,114.08. And the flexible spending account is $2,920.37. And the general fund as of May 31st, we have received 89% of our revenues and spent 86%. And the capital projects fund, we have received from the districts $22,687,464 for the renovation costs. Any questions?
Questions on that, or the treasurer's report, which is the next item? Statement of activities, or the checks. If not, motion H is for all the financial item section of this agenda, so I approve that. Motion. Boyd. Wise, second. Any discussion, questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Administrative Services and Human Resources. Anything, Kat, you want to point out?
Nothing but that, and it's in the report.
Ratifying some summer help there that we approved last month. Got some policy revisions, some second readings. E is the approval of all these items.
Motion Gilbert. Second Boyd.
Moved and seconded. Any questions, comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Make sure I didn't really lose anything. Okay, because I get something for it here. There we go. Good, that was still keep going. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Ring. Just a couple of items here. The first thing I wanted to share with you guys is I noticed that Sarah Snarsky's name was put above students on the EFT scholarship. I don't know if you guys do this in your own district. Sarah was actually one of our commencement speakers this year and said some very nice things about her experiences here at the technical school. I just want to point that out. I'm very proud of her and how she gave herself. And it's just always good to see those students coming back and sharing what a great experience they've had here at the school. So I really want to point that out. I do want to also apologize for my absence here the last couple of meetings. I've been deeply involved in negotiations at my own school district, and then I did want to catch one of my daughter's track meets this year, so I apologize. I'm going to try to be at every meeting that I can. The last item I did have is Joe and Tim pointed out, there is an item here that would require some board action. And after much deliberation, Joe has convinced me to stay on for another year if you guys will have me as a superintendent of record. I feel compelled to do that. Still a couple of projects out there, such as developing a capital project fund, the sale of the property that we're looking at, everything that we already started. I hate to walk away from that without upholding my end of the obligation. So if you guys are open to that idea, I'm happy to do it. You know, pardon me,
What does your daughter do at your track?
she's growing. She's growing, yeah. She's just a ninth grader, but you guys know how this job is. It's probably get everything you can for kids and I'm going to try to do it. Yeah. So, anyway.
Well, thank you for bringing this down. So now we would entertain a motion to, basically what we would do is pass a motion to pay the normal stipend, which I think is about $3,000. You might have got it.
I didn't mention the rates.
2,800? 25?
No, the existing salary is, yeah.
All right.
So is that to fall for the next, how many years, or is that?
I don't think they really have a
We
rotation.
don't
I
have,
thought it was,
it is alphabetical, but what happens is, like, right now, we know if Rick would have stepped down, that Matt Lane would have been next, but I don't know if Matt would have wanted to take it starting his tenure at General McLean, so we just kind of bumped down to see who might want it.
Just go on the circuit,
So it's supposed to be going around there, but again, I don't think any superintendent's going to be disappointed if they're ever decided to stay with me. So,
No, I haven't heard any objections to that. And I think, like I said, I would hate to pour what we have going on right now onto Matt Lane. He's just getting started in his position there. Not that I don't think he's capable, but I do. Because I do. I just feel that, I'd like to be involved and get these things tied up that we started together as a team here. And then maybe after this particular year, that might be it.
we like him in our place.
Pardon me, sir?
We like him in our place.
Right. Yeah, he's a great guy and a good hire in your part for sure.
And the fact of the matter is, no superintendent sticks around for 22 years anymore to do the whole rotation of 11. So they're not all going to be the turn anyways.
People aren't wanting to get into these positions anymore.
so. And you guys. Yeah. So I entertain that motion. Wise, second. We'll give this one to Dennis over here, he's second. Sorry.
Okay.
No, that's fine. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you, Director's report.
Just like to bring your attention here on that we had the auction recently here on May 26th. Again, we are auctioneering, took care of it for us. Rob Estark, our clerk of the work, really did a lot of work organizing this with them. And Dell helped him out. The auction was a success. We had 261 pieces. We sold 259 of them. So that was pretty doggone good. We brought in $30,752, a little bit of change in that. So it was a pretty nice auction for us this past year. That was a big help because, of course, that storage room that's connected to the building is filled up with all our lab equipment right now, auto tech and auto body and computer networking. So we were pretty happy with that auction. We do that annually, Dell. Sometimes we've done it twice a year.
Yeah, as we upgrade the equipment and stuff like that, just try to, get something for the other equipment that is here and miscellaneous things throughout the year.
The second thing I'd like to bring to your attention is the Employee of the Month. I can't believe it's been a full year that we've started honoring people, and it really has taken on a new direction. Of course, the administrative staff never really considered any of us for the Employee of the Month, because we were always recognizing somebody off our team below us. And but Mike Miller, who's our IT manager, Mike's out this week on vacation. And actually, it's not really a vacation, it's Boy Scout camp he's at. But he was recommended by two professional youth members. Two teachers came up and said, Joe, what this man's doing for the last month and a half has been incredible, because our computer networking instructor went into emergency surgery. So we couldn't find a sub that we thought was qualified to finish a year. So Mike, just getting a year away from it, we said, Mike, can you kind of do double duty? And he did a great job on the practical days. He was in there instructing the kids. Then we had a substitute on the theory days, and he gave that person, Kathy Grow, one of our subs, work to do. So he did an outstanding job. And like I said, then two classified unit members. So I kind of hid it from us in our vote during that month, and he didn't know and didn't notice it, but the rest of the administrative staff thought it was a great choice. So Mike was the employee of the month. The Perkins grant, I submitted that grant by June 15th, and the June 15th is a magical date in the state of Pennsylvania, because that gives you a July 1st spending date. Again, the money that was afforded to us this year was $349,253. It's really a wash for the fact that last year's was just about $758 higher. So it's a little decrease, but not much. So again, all the things I presented in my meetings in May with the comprehensive group, Perkins group, and the local advisory committee is the things that we're going to do with that money. And just so you know, the majority of that money is spent on our instructional aides. Our instructional aid salaries all comes out of that grant. Okay, so if we ever lost that grant, I always tell the aides that we would be looking some way to hire them outside. But right now, the instructional aides are all hired by that grant. It's probably about 58% of our grant. And plus the fact that I added a new aide in there. So we're going to, instead of 8, there'll be 9 aides coming out of that grant next year. Okay? And that's all I have for you off the director's report.
Solicitor's report. So as Sam indicated, tradition has it that we, as a group, canceled the July meeting. In exchange for that, you're all invited to the Erie Club picnic. And you should have all, everybody in this room should have received an invitation. If you have not, you have to let me know. Dave? It may be at the, yeah, if they didn't have your home address, and they have sent it to the schools. So check there. And fourth
That's what
It's a fourth Thursday still, right?
Fourth Thursday, yeah, July, whatever that is, 27th, I think. At Walton. So the other caveat is that you have to apply, obviously, let us know, you have a dinner selection to make, and you have to receive your ticket before you go to the event, because you won't be allowed in without your ticket. And I'm not gonna have 500 tickets sitting in my file. So, if you intended to go, and you don't have a ticket, you have to call me the day before, and then I'll try to rectify. But, so it's a fun event, and hopefully everybody can go, and if you can't, there's always an extra. That's my report.
Principal report. Julie apologizes, but she went on vacation today, and again, we already shared some of the things that she wanted me to share with you, making sure that you saw the recognition of those students for the fourth quarter, and she'll see you in the upcoming school year.
That takes us to the approval of the clerk's report section. Would you like to make that motion?
Already so moved. Second, Mayor.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion, questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, then we've got some supplemental reports and information. Anybody need any further information from any of those? I don't think there's any other actionable items there. No staff-related travel we need to approve. Later than what you want, but earlier than what I predicted, I would entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved and second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Have a great summer. We'll see you in August, if not before. Hopefully a little before.
If you'd like to, please, we've got some takeout